Okay, here we can go ahead and get started on the rear door matting. I already have all the pins reversed, that way I know where those are. I have the screws on, I have everything taken off, all the wiring pulled apart. I'm going to go ahead and get one full sheet of the ballistic matting. I'm going to go ahead and see how much this is going to cover. And you're going to want to get up to this top line, go all the way over, you're going to come straight down, and you're just going to follow this line all the way down here. And then what we'll do is you just want to make sure that we get this little lip matted also, that way it creates that same seal that we wanted on the front door between the speaker mount and the wall. Okay, you're going to make sure you don't cover these, which are the pins for the door panel. So let's pull off the top of this sheet. Same way we did the front door. Just get it measured up. Go ahead and stick a corner in the corner. And we can go ahead and get your roller and start pressing it down. You have your screw here for the door handle. You're going to want to cut that out. Here you have the two screws for the mount that the panel sits on. I'm going to go ahead and cut that out. So again, right here, you have the door handle and the door lock, which are these wires right here. They need to come out from inside the door. So the same thing with the front door. I'm going to cut out a little T. Push that in. And again, very carefully so that you don't permanently bend them. Carefully bring them up. Bring them out. That's it. Those are ready to go. Right here, I'm going to do the same thing I did on the front door. I'm going to measure to the lowest part of the door with the measuring tape, about 1.5 inches up. The lowest part of the door will be right here, so that takes me to a little over 10.5 inches. We'll do 10 3/4 inches. And I'm going to cut a new sheet all the way around, so it's going to come to about right here and down. I might even move it over a little bit, so it's probably going to come to about right here. So then the only thing left is putting matting here and then coming straight up. Okay, we have a few things we need to cut out. Need to finish cutting this. We'll go ahead and roll that down here in a little bit. We'll cut from here. Roll that down. I don't have any more pins down this way. We'll need to cut the screw hole for the speaker.
cardboard boxes for?
What?
For your knees.
Oh. So the only thing left that we need to do is just this little piece right here. So we'll measure the length of it is about 15.5 inches by about 3¼ inches. So you'll want to cut 15.5 inches off of one of the scraps that you have. That way you're not messing up a whole sheet. I showed all this on the first door.
Oh, you did?
The cutting.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Yeah, I had the tray. I want to say I did. Pretty sure I did. I am worried. So one thing that you need to keep in mind is when you're doing the matting, you have it all done, looks perfect. When you get down to it, you start getting everything put in, you get the speaker put in, you start putting the panel back together. When you put the panel in, you're going to run into an issue with the panel not being able to be pushed in. See this part right here? This foam, it needs to be cut out on this matting. Because right now we have it flush, it's just sealed. So what you need to do is you need to make room for this foam, but you don't want to leave a big hole in here because that defeats the purpose of having the matting put in anyway. So what I normally do is from right here, right above where you have it connected, I'll cut a slit coming across, I'll cut a slit coming down, and I'll finish the tee off coming up. So that'll give you a break all the way around. So I just create a tee. Now what you're going to need to do, or what I do, is I take the screws off and I do just a quick test fit. So I'll get the back door panel, I'll put it on where it needs to go, and I will push it all the way in. Because what that's going to do is that's going to move the matting inward as far as it needs to go. So that's it. Once you do that, go ahead and take the panel off. You don't have to connect anything because you're not putting the panel on permanently. But like I said, that's going to give you just enough room pushed in that you need in order for that foam piece to fit. So then what you'll do is you'll get some of the scrap piece that you have and you're going to seal this back up, but leaving that gap. So with this piece, I'm going to go in as far as it was, and I'm going to go upward. And then maybe even a smaller piece. So that it seals this going in. And then I reach in through here and I seal all that up. You don't want to go too far in because then you're going to interfere with the window going down. So you just want to do it enough to where that foam piece fits. So once all that's pressed together, go ahead and get the door panel back and try one more test fit. And that's it. The door panel closed all the way, and the matting is still sealed so you don't have air coming through that. And that's it. You still have a seal. If you want to go ahead and take the roller to this, just to make sure that it's sealed completely, hold it with your hand inside the speaker well. Go ahead and roll all that. And that's it. Your back door is sealed.